In your book, you talk about a 30-day elixir, and so we've talked about a number of things that are important along the way. So, could you maybe share what are some particular practices or interventions that help us get to, let's say, the superhuman focus?
Yeah. So here's a example for day 17. So right now there's a lot of open loops inside your brain and mine. These could be open loops like right now mine is call the plumber, right? Because we got a leak upstairs. Um, it could be mulch the yard, it could be mail the letter, it could be buy the birthday gift. In other words, most of us have this subconscious program that's running all the time in the background. Now, we don't think about it, but just like your computer has multiple tabs on it, the more programs, the more browsers, the more tabs, the more time and energy suck, the RAM goes down. The RAM, actually, the available RAM goes down because the RAM you're using it goes up. And what I'm saying is that any open loop, any indecision that you and I have is grinding on our productivity. So one of the exercises I have people do, my clients, I say grab a stack of post-it notes and literally write down per one task, one open loop per post-it note. And so what people do is they begin to lay out all these post-it notes on their desk. Everything that we just talked about, all the open loops, all the undecided things, because it's literally leaking their life force, it's leaking their energy. They're getting hacked by it. These are the things we get up in the middle of the night and say, "Oh my gosh, I forgot to, get the dog immunized or whatever." Then what we do is we write on a piece of paper, do, delegate, and dump. So I encourage people to do this, like literally in their house. Do, delegate, and dump. You don't put delay. Delay is what we always think about. I'll just delay it. I'll just delay it. Do means you're going to do it. Delegate means someone else is going to do it. And dump means no one is going to do it. And what we do is we do this on purpose, this exercise, because what it does is it clears the mind. It literally frees up your RAM. In the book, we talk about the unhackable impact equation. And sure enough, when you go through this exercise, you begin to free up your brain and you allow it to have more usefulness for what your boon is rather than chewing up all these open loops. Does that make sense?
And is it just the act of categorizing these that unleashes it, or do we actually have to get them all done?
First of all, by seeing them written down automatically takes them from being internal to external. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel overwhelmed and I don't even know why I feel overwhelmed. I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's a lot to do. And if you actually slow down and say, well, what are those things to do? This is the exercise. We stop, we slow down, and we allow ourselves to unload this, first of all. It goes from internal to external. Now I'm looking at it. The moment something's external, now I can make a decision. The word decide is a Latin word, cadere, cadere. It has the same suffix as suicide, pesticide, insecticide, genocide, homicide. Decide means to cut off and kill. And so, what does a gardener do to a tree that's unhealthy with sap going into all these branches? He cuts them off, he prunes them. In other words, that's what we're doing. We're deciding that I'm going to do it, or we're deciding that someone else is going to do it, delegation, or we're deciding that no one's going to do it, dumping. And you literally open up your subconscious mind to focus on your boon. It's a very cleansing process.